Today on Only Child Broadway edition, we have Jessica Vosk. She talks about the world's sassiest 10-year-old.
She goes up to me, she goes, yeah, I'm going in for, younger you. So, put a good word in for me, will you? Because I don't know how long I'm going to know you.
Did you put in a good word?
No.
And we talk about a stagehand getting a mouthful of Voskacy.
I take both my legs, I put them on either side of the stairs, and I woo down the stairs.
Obviously.
Grab the thing and be like, something has changed within me.
Now, on the one time that a stagehand is walking up the stairs and he's brand new, he's gonna get a mouthful of
Bye,
Vosk.
thanks. Thank you. Voskacy, yes, thanks.
Let's get into it. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Only Child Broadway edition. My name is Bob the Drag Queen, and this is a show where I talk about anything I want to talk about because my annoying little sister is not here. Today, we have a woman who has resided in Anatevka. She's lived all around the world. She has been in your dreams. She went to Shiz. She's now living on the beach. She was in East New York for one day, one episode. How could you do this to your friend, neighbor, and Broadway star, Jessica Vosk?
Best, can I curse on here?
Yes, of course.
Best introduction I've ever had in my entire life. I really am not kidding. That I'm very honored. I'm very honored by this.
So I want to start by talking about the fact that you are not of your own choosing.
Yeah.
Well, one of your choosing. You are a TikTok meme.
I guess I am.
And you have been a few times now.
I have been, yes.
What do you think that people are saying now that they are going to the gym and listening to Tevye's Dream?
It made me really think. I went down a little rabbit hole of okay, well, I guess this is a very, somewhat gay experience when one goes to the gym and listens to just Fruma Sarah during Tevye's Dream. Could it pump you up?
It. No, it's
we're
a
cutting
cut.
it. It's a cut. Someone had to send it to me in order for me to understand that it was happening because I clearly did not know. But I became very obsessed quite quickly with the fact that we went back 10 years. This is 10 years ago.
That's how the internet works.
And I'm thrilled by it. I'm thrilled by it.
Do you also know that now black people are getting into Fiddler on the Roof because of your clip from...
You're joking, really?
Yeah, it's like a thing. There's a whole thing. So I'm obviously on musical TikTok because I'm...
Yes, you are.
And I'm also a Broadway actor.
Yes, you are. On the day off, by the way, everybody.
I know. I don't tell them that because I don't want them to feel bad for me.
Well, you know what? I'm going to tell them that. You know how difficult it is to do this on your day off.com. Thank you.
And not to toot my own horn, but the role I'm playing is a pretty demanding role.
It's an amazing demanding role.
In my humble opinion.
Yes, of course.
He's got a lot going on. It's very physical, more vocal than I've been because I'm normally really quiet.
Yeah, I know that about you. That's something that if you've ever done research on Bob.
I don't normally do a lot of yelling.
It's not.
But yeah, so what I saw was that the clip of you, I've said there are two angles. A new angle got released.
Shut up.
Yes, there's a new angle released now. Because there was just one. New angle just dropped.
Oh my God, tell us more.
I would play it, but I'm afraid I'll get flagged. So maybe it's in the description. There's a TikTok link or a YouTube link in the description of Jessica Vosk singing her part as Fruma Sarah from Tevye's Dream.
Incredible.
And then black folks are getting into it, which is amazing because I've loved Fiddler on the Roof since the early 2000s when I was in high school. We did it in 2003,
Sure.
2002.
Yeah.
But now I love that black folks are now getting into.
Oh, that thrills me.
Oh, I forgot to say that you also lived in Hell's Kitchen. God damn it.
You know what? I was in a kitchen. I chopped some carrots.
I missed one of your locations.
I chopped a carrot. I mean,
how did I get East New York, but I missed Hell's Kitchen?
I mean, honestly, that's on you. That is on you. I mean, Hell's Kitchen. Yes, it was a moment. Spent a lot of time in that kitchen.
And then also, okay, here's a quick question.
Yeah.
When's the last time you texted Alicia Keys?
A month ago.
A month ago.
Yeah, probably around closing. Yeah, probably around closing. But she also sent the nicest audio message to me when I closed the show. When I left the show.
Was she singing?
She sang a little at the end.
That is absolutely
It's kind of crazy.
amazing.
That was one of my audition for Hell's Kitchen was a meeting with Alicia. It wasn't your typical audition. It was just like, hey, Alicia Keys wants to meet with you. I was like, are you sure you're not speaking of Jessica Chastain? Which Jessica do you speak? And so she's no. She wants to sit and talk to you. And I got there and I did the one thing that I've never done in my entire life, which is I put my voice memo on because I was like, listen, universe, I don't need this gig. But if there is a moment in this room right now where Alicia Keys is like, let's sing together, I'm going to have this captured forever. And she did.
Nice.
Yeah. And so I will listen to it every now and again because I'm a narcissist.
What show did you make your Broadway debut in?
Bridges of Madison County, babe.
Bridges of Madison County.
That was one that lasted a really ripe old 3 months, maybe. Yeah. Best score ever. Won the Tony for best score. Jason Robert Brown. Didn't last that long.
Can I ask a question?
You must.
I don't know if I'm going to get you in trouble.
I don't care.
Is Wicked a curse project?
Like,
is this IP cursed?
Is the IP cursed in what way?
Because Wicked is a box office success by every
standard
metric. Wicked is not a critical success, like of critical acclaim, because Wicked famously lost the Tony.
It did
to Avenue Q.
It sure did.
And then it famously lost the Golden Globe to the one about the drug cartel.
That was a bit of a moment where people were like, why did Amelia Perez win it?
Well, like Avenue Q did it. At the time, Avenue Q was the same conversation.
Yes, it was.
Right? And then Wicked 2 didn't get any Oscar nominations.
It did not.
And I don't think any of the actors won for Wicked. Calling it Wicked 2 is crazy. The fact that we're saying Wicked 2.
I'm gonna just say, and this could be a hot take, could have been one movie.
It could have.
Could have been one. Wouldn't have been mad. No, I did not.
They reach out?
No. They wanted a woman of color, and I agree with that.
There's other parts in the show.
I mean, I actually was like, I would love to play some kind of animal.
What animal would you be?
I would love to have been like in a Dillamond arena if I were in like the animal sphere. I'd be some kind of bird. I feel like I'd be one with a large wingspan.
You know, I do think you give bird. I was going to say you give fancy house cat, where the person goes, well, she's actually like a dog. You know those people who have those cats? No, he's just like a dog. Your cat's not like a dog. Your cat's like a cat. Your cat is not a dog. Your cat is very cat-like.
Your cat's like a f***ing cat. Don't call it a dog.
You have a cat?
No, I have a dog.
What kind of dog? What kind
He's
of
a
dog?
border cut. Did you hear
it?
You
have a dog.
Did you hear it?
I have a dog.
You heard it come out. The Jersey comes out when I get passionate. Yeah, I have a dog. His name is Fred. He's a border collie papillon mix. I think he's a rescue.
White people give their dogs human names.
I like it.
And lesbians give their cats human names.
Do they?
And they give their girlfriends cat names. They're like, this is my girlfriend Mittens and my cat Paul. This is my girlfriend Coco and then my cat Judith. It's like every time.
I'm texting every lesbian I know right now, and I'm asking. Oh my god, yeah. I would be a bird with a large wingspan, and it could have been one movie. That's my hot take. Now, I'm very, very dear friends with Ari Grande, and so I've known her through this entire process, and I'm so proud of her because I think that she like rose to the occasion. She really did, and I think Cynthia did a fantastic job as well.
Who was your Glinda?
I had 3 Glindas.
How long did you do the show?
I did the show for over a year on tour and a year on Broadway, so over 2 years.
Oh, so you were one of the Tour de Broadway girlies.
I was a tour. Yeah, I left Fiddler to do Wicked.
You left Anatevka?
I did. I was like, Anatevka, gotta
Do people ask you to sing when they see you a lot?
Every time.
How does that feel?
I mean, it's sort of like, babe, let a bitch warm up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, because if everything's on video now, so somebody's going to tape it, and there might be a snap, crackle, pop, and you're like, no.
But you're also on the street giving up for free. Whoa, 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 whoa. See?
Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, I know it. I'm not well. Nobody said I was.
What? So you talking about me? Like, were you not doing that during Hell's Kitchen?
I was.
So you talking about me on my day off? Was that even a day off?
No, it's I did that on a lot. I've done it on show days. Like, here's something that I'm finding might be like-minded between the two of us, is that we hustle.
Oh, 100.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm a big believer in the grit and the hustle.
Some people would be like, well, I'm in a Broadway show. I got the thing that I wanted to get. But you're like, I'm going to call up my friends. We're going to grab a camera. I'm going to grab a microphone. We're going to walk through, notoriously the easiest place to walk through in the world, Times Square.
Sure thing.
Talk to strangers. And get some amazing, brilliant, hilarious content.
You know, it came out of nowhere. It was the type of thing where somebody had asked me to do a gala event, and they asked me to open the event, and they were like, and would you mind running around on the street, because we were thinking about it, and we think that you're the only person who's crazy enough to do that. I mean, one takes this as a compliment. So I did that, and then somebody a friend of mine saw it and was like, why aren't you doing this all the time? And so it just became, Vosk in the City became a thing, but I did it during the show because, as you said, like, I'm not the girly who sits around and is like, yep, accomplished, done. I'm constantly thinking about the
What
next
kind
thing.
of person are you backstage? Like, so this is my first Broadway show. It's not my first play.
Okay.
This is like my second like big show. It's my second time doing 8 shows a week.
Okay.
So I did a play at the Berkeley Repertory Theater 8 years ago.
Oh, which one?
Angels in America.
Ooh. Oh.
Yeah. And people always go, "Who are you in Angels?" I was the black one. People always ask me, "Who are you in Angels?" The black one. I wasn't the angel. I wasn't the Mormon. I wasn't the Jewish one. I wasn't the mother, the Mormon mother.
And you go through all of them. You're like,
Yeah.
this is who I wasn't.
I wasn't the Italian lawyer.
I'd watch that.
Me as Roy Cohn. Also, my Roy Cohn was Stephen Spinella, who originally played Pryor and won the Tony
my God.
in the original cast.
I mean, I love that play so much.
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously a Pulitzer Prize.
Incredible
Tony
play.
Award winning.
Incredible play.
And I think it won an Emmy for when it went to HBO.
Yeah.
So this is a critical success. Wicked.
Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah.
That was uncalled for.
It wasn't. But
Hasn't Stephen gone through enough?
right, have we seen enough as he counts his money? But no, tell me more. You do 8 shows a week. Now you're saying this is your second time backstage.
I'm discovering who I am backstage at a Broadway show.
Okay, which is who?
So I think that I am a morale booster.
Uh-huh.
I'm a dressing room visitor. I'm an open door policy. I am a little bit of a prankster on stage.
Me too.
Like on stage.
Yeah, no, I am a problem.
I love to hand people things on stage, and it is now your problem. This is one of my favorite things to do.
Is it a prop that exists on stage already, or do you bring it on with you?
Like, I'll eat a Ricola. I have the wrapper. I don't want to carry this around. You and I hold hands during a scene.
Stop it.
Now you have a wrapper.
Okay.
You can't drop it.
This is the type of behavior that I live for on stage. If I may, let us go back to Anna Tevka. I don't apologize for this. So during Anna Tevka, what would happen is the set. Fiddler's a very serious show, okay? And I love it very much. It's one of my favorite shows I've ever done. But in our set, the little scrim would come down for Anna Tevka, and we'd all have to leave at the same time singing Anna Tevka, totally minor. The song's in minor. We all have to go back. But I would pretend one of my legs didn't work.
Nice.
So I would walk, but then I would I would lift the other leg
Like
and
you do?
move it. And everybody who I would walk past, you just all watch them go like this. And the person who played my child at the time was like, Jessica, stop it. Stop. And so I would do that. And then during the Sabbath prayer, we'd have like a whole thing. But like sometimes I'd walk on stage with a piece of kale right there.
You got to do what you got to do.
I mean, and when I was doing Wicked and, Nessa's in her big like angry scene where she's like, I can walk again. And then she comes over and she's like, but the Tin Man doesn't want me, blah. And so.
And also, by the way, Nessa, you're not nice, bro.
Yeah. Nessa,
You're
let's
not
confess
nice.
Let's confess
There's a reason he doesn't want to talk to you because you're manipulative. You're very manipulative.
Yeah.
You are a problem to the minority group, the animals, and the Munchkins. You are very controlling.
Right, the slippers are like the thing that's the only thing that you want, and you're willing to throw your sister under the bus for it.
And you're shifting blame. It's not cute.
It's
Anyway,
not cute.
You were saying.
But every time she'd come over, and in one part she has to come over with blocking and like hug you, and that was also just an area where I knew my mic was going to be off. So I'd be like, so I would just be terrible. I was just awful. So
once I know someone can't keep a straight face,
it's over.
it's a wrap. For the rest of y'all out there, if you ever work with Andre Ward, and I don't know if any of you know, if you do a show with a man named Andre Ward, he cannot keep a straight face to save his life. He is your easy target.
We love him.
Get him every time.
I mean, it's very fun. Once you know, and I did chess out at the Muni, and one of my co-stars is like really serious actor, and I don't know what came over me, and I don't know where it came from, but like in one point where we'd have to stare each other down, and I knew my mic was off, right? I would always just go, "Don't do it," and
Don't do it.
"Don't do it."
And are you facing upstage? Where are you facing?
We are looking at each other.
On profile.
We are profile. The audience can see, but like I got real close to him, and every time I would just be like, "So it."
I love these
And he would be like,
moments.
I mean, it thrills me to upset people in a nice way.
Yeah, and
but in a nice way.
We're not like tripping you
No,
and like
we want positivity. I also very big open door policy girly. And big morale booster. I'm also very much like we're doing a play, right? We're not surgery.
Because it can be taxing. My show Moulin Rouge the musical. Our Sunday nights are at 5:00 now, so we don't do a Sunday matinee. So I am at the theater 6 nights a week. The only night I'm not at the theater is Monday night.
Wow.
Every other night I'm at the theater.
Wow.
And I'm like, if I got to be here every night, every time I leave work, it's dark outside. We're gonna have to find ways to encourage.
That's right.
I love to do trivia with everyone. I do trivia about the show because you'll be shocked how often people don't know. I'm like, do you guys know what year we're in? Anyone know what?
They're like the plague.
Anyone know what year? No. Oh, okay. Well, you should all know it's 8. No, but some of them do know, obviously. And then I will do random Broadway trivia as well.
Oh, that's fun.
Are you good with Broadway trivia?
I don't think so, but you can ask me.
I mean, I do have some.
I mean, I gladly shall play any game.
We'll do a extra. So
and I'm going to answer with any answer that you know what I'm saying. I'm strong and wrong.
So after we'll do it as a separate piece. That'll be an exclusive for our subscribers. We will see how much this actor actually knows about the Broadway.
Oh, the broadest of ways.
And so you were in the original cast of Hell's Kitchen, correct? Did I make that up? No, you were not.
No, I was not. I was the first replacement. Shoshana Bean originated. I came in and I did it. I think my contract was supposed to be there for 8 months, but I was there for a year.
What's the longest you've done a show?
A little over a year.
Which was
Wicked.
Wicked, over a year. This is including the tour and the Broadway?
No, that's just one. That's the Broadway.
So when you include the tour, how long were you doing it?
2 plus years.
That's a lot to.
Yeah, too much time. Yeah.
Is Defying Gravity the hardest song you've sang?
It shifts. It shifts because one knows that when Elphaba enters the scene, it's like a little bit, further into the timeline. Right, Glinda's our girl who comes down first, and then she tells the story, and Elphaba comes in, and then all of a sudden we're in Shiz. And the first song is The Wizard and I, which is like an 11 o'clock number at 1 a.m.
Yeah, for sure.
So she's
belting at brunch.
Belting a la, yes. And so that was our warm-up. Defying Gravity was a harder one because you're standing on a platform that's this yay big. No joke. It's just big enough for your 2 feet. And I remember when I first booked Wicked, I called Julia Murney and Eden Espinosa, who were 2 OG Elphabas. And I was like, can you guys give me any advice? I did the thing where it's I call it the sisterhood of the traveling hat because it's there's so many of us.
Is there a group
who've
text?
been traumatized. Oh yeah, sure.
Nice.
Many.
Nice.
And you're all texting each other and you're like, has this happened to you? So I asked both of them well, what things should I know? And Eden is very much this uplifting, just think and mantra this through your brain, and it's very, very sweet. And Julia was like, if you step 1 inch to the left on that platform, you'll die. And I was like, and that was my start of okay,
uplifting,
well, now
and
I
don't step
understand
left.
it. Yeah, don't take 1 step to either side, you will die. And so Defying Gravity is pretty hard to sing because I'm an ass tucker on high notes. And so once you get yourself in the rig and you're on that thing, you better figure it out. No Good Deed was one of the easier ones for me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she was my happy place.
Look at her.
I'm sorry.
Do you have a favorite Elphaba? You can say yourself, Jessica.
Well, I mean, I do like my Elphaba. I'm not going to lie to you. I do like her. I had one of the best times ever with the people, and I had one of the best times ever getting to put my spin on something. I mean, I would say probably my most listened to, I had only ever seen Adina do it. I only went once in 2003 to see the OG cast. And
you saw Joel Grey.
I did. I saw Joel Grey. I know. It was really spectacular. And
he's 93.
It's wild to me. It's wild to me. What is in the water? Dick Van Dyke, Joel Grey.
He's a forever twink.
He is a forever twink.
Yeah. You just look really young and twinky up until 80, and then you just look kind of like a wrinkly twink.
Wrinkly twink.
Wrinkly twinkly. But still adorable. I mean, at 93. I'm not letting you off the hook. We're gonna need your favorite Elphaba. We're not letting you off the hook. Nice try, Jessica.
I love Stephanie Block. And I do. I'm an Eden Espinosa lover of her Elphaba.
Can I say, okay, I am a big fan.
And at Brooklyn, I mean, she fucking slayed Brooklyn. the show Brooklyn.
I didn't see that one.
I didn't see it either. But
Got
like
it.
if you listen to her sing Once Upon a Time, you're like, how the did you do that?
I've only seen Wicked on Broadway one time.
Me too.
One time, and I don't remember who I saw, but I will say it was way before the movie came out and way after the play debuted. And it was when I saw it, I'm not gonna lie, it was giving this is a 9-to-5 job.
Oh sure.
It might have been a win, but as someone who has given that performance myself, I try to give it my all each time. And every time I am giving it my all, but the gas tank ain't always full.
It's really hard, especially when you're responsible for, a large principal role, right? It's like the older we get, it's harder to maintain like the actual adrenaline to do the thing. And a lot of people who do the long running shows are there forever. So it is like, it's a government job.
Yeah.
And sometimes it can look that way.
Some of the girls stay there for a long time.
Yeah, they do. They do,
time.
because they're like, okay,
Shout out to Chicago.
Shout out to Chicago.
Shout out to Bahia from Moulin Rouge the Musical, who's there since the show opened.
Get out. I mean, and they're like, cushy. It's not. They know it's not going anywhere.
Like, imagine you land Phantom. I'm like, I will never. Like, if you were a dresser who works on Phantom, you could literally put your kids through college.
Well, that's the thing too. It's like when I did Wicked on tour, it was one of the last production contracts. So that's how I bought my apartment. It was like tours now are, it's like you can't even afford housing when you're going out on tour now. It's like you have to cut a piece of your finger off and sell it on eBay. The
apartment's in Jersey, so
yeah. I mean, the apartment.
don't listen.
The apartment is in Jersey, which is like really, really uncool of Bob to say right now about Jersey. I know it's known as the armpit of America, but also there are rolling hills and valleys. But as well as in Jersey.
What is it?
Well, such as indeed. It's in Jersey.
I'm from Atlanta. I'm from Georgia.
I love me some Atlanta. I did the Alliance Theater, by the way.
Oh my God. I used to work at the Alliance as a child. I was a student reviewer at the Alliance Theater.
Babe, I love the Alliance Theater.
Have you worked there?
Yes.
What shows did you do at the Alliance?
I did Becoming Nancy with Jerry Mitchell. It was a fabulous little...
The Alliance is a great... Y'all, if you get a chance to go to the Alliance Theater, you must.
And there's also great drag in Atlanta. We had such a great time at one of the best little drag places. Uh-oh.
No.
Am I wrong?
No.
Okay, good, because I had the best time.
I mean, New York City is the best place for drag.
Yes, but if you're in Atlanta, I had a really wonderful time.
Where'd you go?
I don't remember the name of the place.
That's fair.
I don't remember the name of the place, but we had like we had the best party.
Lakes on the Park, maybe? Was there a big window? Was there upstairs, downstairs?
Yes.
Big window, Blake's in the Park.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
So now you are originating the role of Cece Bloom.
Yes, I am.
These are big bet shoes to fill.
I know. I have a big concert life, and in every single one of my concerts is a song from Beaches without even knowing, because I'm such a Bette Midler freak.
I mean, to not be a Bette Midler fan.
I don't trust you if you're not.
To be insane.
Yeah.
She's obviously an icon.
Oh,
by every metric, she is a gay icon. She's an icon for women. She's an icon for everyone. She
is. I mean, the environment. She's also like massively into saving the environment. She's massively political. She opened the door for women like myself who love to be vocal and who love to push the envelope
and be camp.
Yes, and be super camp.
Have you met her yet?
Not yet. Not yet, but we are like 1 inch away from it happening, and I don't know what I'm going to do.
Is it going to be like an opening night thing, or is she going to come to like something else?
I don't know. I'm not sure yet.
I think
there's a lot of stuff I think there's some things in the works, because it's such a, Beaches, the film is what I grew up with. I mean, it was this like treasure that I had when I was a kid. I'm an 80s baby, so like, and then that came out in the 80s, and so in the 90s it was like, terms of endearment, Beaches, like Still Magnolias, what do you want to have a sob fest to? But then it was also like, who is this badass woman who doesn't give a shit and puts everything out there for people to see? And then you realize, like, way before Beaches was an entire career in New York, downtown, bed at the baths. Yeah, like just everything I've ever wanted to be in my life. So seeing a woman like that was for me like the awakening moment in my life of what I want to do.
I mean, obviously, at some point, if you guys have not done your research on Bette Midler, she's just an icon of nightlife. She's like an actual nightlife personality who became one of the biggest movie stars of all time.
Yeah.
It's super next level.
Yeah, it is. And her comedy and any of her concerts that you can check out or see.
The Vegas shows
a lot
are
of
great.
stuff. Yeah, and like her tours. Like I remember going in and auditioning for a Harlot a long time ago.
Oh my God, really?
Yes.
So can you tell them what the Harlots are?
Oh, the Harlots are so Bette, when she does her shows, they're wildly theatrical shows. So like if you're going to a Bette Midler concert, you should expect to see actual theatrical shit happen.
Yeah.
And so one of the things is
Mermaids
she has costumes galore, Bob Mackie, you name
My
it.
favorite thing I ever saw her do was she did this number where she has the women take their tops off and their actual breasts are exposed. Have you seen this one?
No.
And then they put their hands up and they put on these giant top hats. I mean, a top hat that goes all the way to your armpits and your hands are inside. And then she would draw eyes on their breasts and then a mouth, and then they would jump up and down, and the eyes are the boobs, and their eyes are just doing
I mean, find me a better icon.
like the eyes are doing all this stuff.
Which, like, I mean, I'm not going to say, like, I've thrown a pasty on with a tassel. I can do that.
Can you really?
Yes.
Same direction or opposing?
I can do both.
Whoa.
Get a girl who can do both.
How about the rump? Have you put them on the ass before? Because you know,
No, but I would.
You put them on the ass and then you give a little twerk and then they can just.
Really?
Yes.
I'm glad we're friends.
How often do you come to LA?
Whenever I was just in LA. I was just at a show in Palm Springs, which is not technically LA, but I was just in LA.
But you gotta go to LA to get to Palm. You don't have to go to LA to get to Palm Springs.
You don't have to, but I prefer it.
But yeah, it helps.
Yeah.
I
love me some LA.
So you were saying Bette
I was saying
Midler.
Harlots. Sorry, Harlots.
You auditioned
So
to be
there's
Harlot.
usually these three women who like are Bette's like side pieces, right, throughout the whole show, who she with, and they're the Harlots, and they sing. They dance like Boogie Woogie Bugle Boy. Great definition of what Harlots are. They stand with her. They do the whole Boogie Woogie Bugle Boy. And so I went in and like did all the singing, all the harmony. I'm a harmony junkie. I live for harmony. And then the dance portion, and I love to tell this story, especially in concerts, because the dance portion was like big room of women and myself without a heel, 5'2.5" on a good day. And it was like every Rockette, every like, you know, myself in a group of three dancing for Bette Midler to watch. And
Wait, so Bette's there?
No, Bette was watching on film.
Film, got it.
And I remember being in a group of three and I was like, hey, how are you? Oh, yeah, I'm excited, right? I'm like the smallest person in the room. We start 6 counts of 8. On the third count, I 8 counted myself outside of the room. I just literally left.
You left?
I literally left. Yeah.
You don't know, but you didn't know what
I danced out of the room.
You didn't know what that was going to become.
I did not know what it became nothing.
but now look what it is, though.
It's crazy.
And now you're where you are.
This is insane. It's insane.
Fun fact, I don't want to get her name wrong. The woman who played Peg Bundy, she was a harlot.
Shut up.
Yes.
Oh, my God. What?
She used to be a harlot. And also another harlot went on to be a senator.
What?
Yes, the harlots are doing crazy stuff.
With a harlot.
Her name is Katie Seagal. Oh my God, Katie Seagal. Katie Seagal. And I know Katie Seagal. If you're watching, please come on the podcast. Katie Seagal, I know who you are. You're an icon. Wait, is Katie Seagal alive?
Yes.
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 I don't want to. Oh God.
Didn't she do Sons of Anarchy?
Okay, I need to. Okay. Katie Seagal, I love you.
I do.
This is not looking good for me.
No, it's okay.
It's not looking good for me.
I think it's looking
but
great.
Katie Seagal, know that I absolutely adore you. You are an icon and you are brilliant.
You're the reason a lot of women do comedy, like myself.
Exactly. So tell me about the process. So what's the gap between leaving Hell's Kitchen and going into...
It's not a big one. It's not a big gap at all. And I did not know Beaches was happening when I was leaving Hell's Kitchen. I was actually during Hell's Kitchen, I had a back injury, and so I had to have surgery.
Damn.
Whilst at Hell's Kitchen. Took about a month off, came back, finished my contract out December 1st of 25. And went into rehearsals for Beaches in February of 26. So I had a little bit of time in between, but not a lot. And when I got the call that Beaches was happening, I was like, what? I mean, I was totally shocked. And so the process of Beaches, we've been in rehearsals now for a month. And quite literally today, after this podcast, I go into tech.
So you guys are going, there's no out of town.
We did an out of town in Canada.
Got it.
In 2024. And so we sort of they have the Avengers of the creative team is the best creative team around on Broadway. I love them so much. And so there are these gorgeous, in addition to the set, there are these phenomenal LED screens. So like when they talk about the CC Bloom variety show, it's very much like you feel like you're watching something on TV like the Cher show. I mean, CC, the novel that was written first, CC Bloom was based on Cher.
Nice. I did not know
So
that.
and I did not either coming into it. And so the writer, her name is Iris Rayner Dart. She wrote the novel, and she based it on Cher because she was the first female writer on the Cher show, which in itself is a badass thing to be the only female writer on the Cher show. So Cece was based on Cher.
That's fantastic.
Isn't that cool?
Have you met Cher?
No, but God, is she a...
I was at a party once.
Shut up. Come on.
It was
How
a
do
party-
you meet everyone?
It was a party with all celebrities. Like it was like one of those no phones parties.
Of course, right? Lock them up.
And I mean, everyone's there. Taylor Swift, Machine Gun Kelly, Lil Nas X. I mean, name someone. They were there. Like everyone was there. Chris Rock,
Beyonce?
Lenny Kravitz. Beyonce was not there.
Okay.
Lenny Kravitz, Allison Janney. By the way, I think a solid 6'1".
Really?
I think Allison Janney might be a solid 6'1".
Honestly, I believe it. I want her to tower over me any day.
Like everyone's there. And so everyone's actually pretty chill because everyone's famous except me.
That's a lie. But were you chill? Like, did you actually play chill?
No, I was pretty chill. I was pretty chill.
Okay.
Okay. And then everyone starts freaking out. No one's famous. In this moment, no one's famous anymore. Cher's here. Cher's here.
Stop.
Cher's here. Cher's here. Cher's here. Cher's here. Cher. Everyone's whispering. Cher's here. Cher's here. Cher's here. Cher. Cher's here. Cher's here. Cher. And then you see Cher travel through the party. And everyone's like,
Oh my God. Oh.
it's Cher. So Sherilyn Sarkisian makes her way through the party. I believe she's quickly overwhelmed because all these celebrities are like, oh my God, Cher. So Cher's like, I have to leave. So Cher, she's there for maybe 10 minutes, hooks it around, turns back around, she leaves. Everyone is following Cher, including me. What's her name gets in my way? Not going to lie, I may or may not have physically moved her with my hands. Hunger Games.
Elizabeth.
Jennifer Lawrence.
Shut up.
I may or may not have moved Jennifer Lawrence with my hands because she was in the way.
I would have.
Honey, let me just say I volunteer as tribute. Okay? I volunteer. So Jennifer Lawrence, and they're like, Jennifer, move.
Yeah, get the hell out of the way.
So I follow Cher to the exit because I'm like, because I couldn't see her face. I kept seeing the back of her head. I want to see her face. I feel like seeing the color purple. I just have to see her face. So she goes, I had to see her face. So I get to the thing, and then Cher is waiting for her car, and then Machine Gun Kelly and the lady he's dating at the time, what's her name?
Megan Fox.
Megan Fox and Lil Nas X are out talking.
Oh my God.
And then Wanda Sykes is coming into the party. And then Wanda Sykes goes, Cher, I love you. My name is Wanda Sykes. And then Cher just responds, I'm aware of you.
That's very much like, I do not know this man.
I'm aware of you
I'm aware of you.
I'm aware of you.
Yep.
And then she's telling Cher she loves her. And then Cher, walks out of the house and then leaves. Oh. It was a house party.
I mean, I would have lost my shit.
I mean, Wanda Sykes did lose it.
I would have lost my shit.
Also, when she comes out, Machine Gun Kelly, Lil Nas X, and Megan Fox are like, that's Cher.
Now that I would love to see. I would love to see a Machine Gun Kelly moment where he expresses emotion over Cher.
Who is that for Broadway? Who is that person? If all the Broadway stars are together, you got
Who's our Cher?
Yeah, who's walking in and everyone's like, oh my God. Feel like if like an Ethel Merman walked in, if a Pearl Bailey walked in.
Oh, sure.
If a Carol Channing
Oh, sure.
Actually, I know who it is.
Who is it?
I need you to get yours and I want to say them at the same time. This is of Broadway. All the Broadway, the big names are there. The newbies, the big names, the
And are we dead or aliving?
No, we're only alive.
Aliving, okay.
We're only aliving right now. Well, I have two answers, but I have one that I know that I would be like, oh my God, it's so and so. Like I feel like everyone would be like, girl, it's so and so.
It would be Audra. There would be an Audra.
I was gonna say it's Liza Minnelli.
Oh well, Liza. There's no question.
I think if Audra McDonald,
there's no question.
Patti LuPone,
Patty.
I think if they were all hanging out, I think if Megan Hilty, I think if everyone was there, and then Liza walked in, they'd be like,
there's no question.
I think Audrey would be like, you are your. Hold on one second.
Oh no, everyone for Liza, especially right now because Liza is having this moment again.
It's Lisa Minnelli. Lisa Minnelli.
I'm never leaving this place. Squatters' rights.
Did Stephanie J. Block win a Tony for playing Liza?
She won did Steph win for Boy from Oz? Yes.
Yeah, I think she won a Tony for playing Liza Minnelli, or she originated the role.
Because she did for Cher.
Oh my God! Every time she plays someone, she's gonna win it.
Hello.
Who's gonna play Jessica Vosk?
Exactly. Although I need to tell you something. In my show, there's a little Cece. There's somebody who plays Little Me, right? And she is 67-year-old chain smoker. Like that's what I think of her as because the shit that comes out of her mouth is some of the most brilliant, unhinged.
Is she giving Sophia Petrillo?
Oh, it's
Golden
beyond
Girls?
Sophia Petrillo.
That's hilarious.
It's like she walked up to me. We had a day where we all had to be full beat for press and makeup. Now normally I come in like if I'm doing rehearsals, I'm in a sweatpants. Sometimes I'll put on a La Duca. But it's, hair pulled back. Sometimes I wear my glasses. I have my hair down. She comes up to me. She goes, "Wow, what a glow up." She's 10. So she also came up to me the other day as I'm eating lunch and I'm sitting there minding my own business, being quiet, right? We get an hour for lunch and she walks up to me. She goes, "Hey, have you had any auditions lately?" And I said, "No, have you?" She was like, "Yeah, matter of fact, I did. Maybe for a movie that you were in?" And I said, "Oh, yeah, I did film something a couple months ago." Well, they're looking for, the younger version of this girl that I played. And she comes up to me, she goes, "Yeah, I'm going in for, younger you. So, literally this is what happened. So, put a good word in for me, will you? Because I don't know how long I'm going to know you."
Did you put in a good word?
No.
I'm not training my
I have not.
replacements.
Yeah. She goes, "Could you put in a good word for me? Okay? Because I also get to say curse words in it." I'm telling you, it's just sort of like this. This is now an everyday occurrence.
I'd have been like, honestly, you can just say them now. I won't
Yeah.
tell your mom. Just say,
Yeah.
We each get one.
Yeah. Here's another one. She goes, "You want to hear a story about karma?" I go, "Yeah, sure." She goes, "Well, I told my best friend that I booked this show, and she said, well, clearly you're going to be backstage because you don't really sing and dance." Guess what? 3 days later, she broke her leg.
Jesus.
I'm telling you right now, this girl.
Is this girl in the mafia?
She might be.
Is she also Italian?
You know what? She's Jewish. Very close.
Okay.
As an Italian, in Fiddler, when I was playing, I talk with my hands a lot, and Cher, our director, was like, "Jessica, stop. These are Italian hands. These are Jewish hands."
Oh, yeah, because Bette Midler's Jewish. What, CeCe Bloom Jewish?
CeCe Bloom is we will assume that she is Jewish, but from Jersey. So there's a whole Jersey aspect to it too. But yeah, Italians and Jews very close.
Are you a Jess?
Yeah, I was given, because there were lots of Jessicas in grade school. I was given Jess.
But you were given it. You did not receive it.
It's not the one that I said, like, you know what I want to be called? Jess. So, but somehow on Broadway, my nickname has become Vosky.
Vosky? Voskyat. I feel like
Obsessica Voskyat.
I feel like when you're, you know what I think it is?
I want to know.
I think they call you Vosky, and this is not a personal attack. It's because your first name is very boring.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm in 1983, Jessica Jennifer, Julie. Jessica Jennifer Julie. Yeah, I mean, I was in that era where, like, if people still meet me today, 5 minutes later, they'll be like, "Jennifer," I'll be like, "It's Jessica."
Or,
you know what I mean?
Or how about you say, "Hey, my name is Jessica." They go, "Hey, Jess, right this way." Thanks, Jess. So we're going to show you.
Yeah, exactly.
Can I tell you what I did? Tell me if I need to have the equity deputy called on me.
Okay, that's fine.
So I was making these
Equity is really helpful.
Tell that to Patti LuPone.
Yeah.
You remember she quit in the biggest.
Do I remember? She had it. She's like Jay-Z over and over and over. You know what I mean? But
so Megan Thee Stallion has to shadow me on the show because she's my successor.
Of course.
And then she's following me, and then the stage manager is like showing her around. Yeah. And then he's like, "Okay, so normally the Zidler was done here," and I was like, "I've never done that." All right, right this way. Right this way.
No,
Megan.
equity must not be called.
Do not.
Yeah.
And she was like, "Well, he said." I said, "I do this 8 times a week. He's never done this."
That's right.
He does that.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, I have a playful relationship with this man. It's not just me like bullying a random person.
No, but you probably have said like, "Stay in your lane."
Yeah, so I'm like, "No, you can trust me. You can stand here." And he's like, "No, the audience will not see you there. The audience will see you here. I'm having her stand over here."
Now, what did Megan say to this? Did she say, "I'm trusting you, Bob"?
Well, I think it took a few times because the first time she was listening to him, and then by the
Then she
third
realized
time,
the smartest option.
I think what happened too was one time she was standing somewhere he put her, and then a giant set piece came through, and she had to move, and she was like, "Oh, Bob had to move once. Maybe I should go stand where Bob's."
Yeah, that's what it was like when Tank. You know Tank?
I don't know Tank.
Tank joined Hell's Kitchen. Very, very big R&B.
Tank, the R&B singer. Yes, I know Tank.
Yeah. So
and, I gotta say, I forgot that Tank was in Hell's Kitchen.
Yes.
And I kept thinking, Tank, Broadway. What is this a play? Yes, I know the R&B singer.
I mean, Tank. We became. Tank bought me this bag.
Nice.
Tank and I became the greatest of friends. But Tank knew nothing about Broadway, so it was like leading the blind through. But he was the greatest. I mean, I'm sure Megan is very like respectful of the whole Broadway situation.
She's
you know what I mean?
Lovely woman.
And when you get people from another industry who are coming in to the Broadway industry, I find that they are so game.
Yeah.
To just like listen to you, do whatever, you know. Again, I'm a huge prankster, so I prank Tank all the time.
Prank Tank.
That's it.
That's the next show. Prank Tank. You just keep pranking Tank all the time.
Not a problem.
Where does he live? Do you know? Like
LA.
LA. Mm-hmm. Are you ever going to become an LA girlie?
It's possible. I want to do TV so bad.
You do TV? Schmigadoon?
I did a little schmiggery. Yeah, I did.
East New York. I keep East New York.
Yeah, remember me on that one episode of East New York? I had a Band-Aid on my forehead, and I complained to the deputy.
Is anyone else bringing up your run?
My assistant's crying right
on
now.
the show East New York.
Why isn't anybody bringing it up as one of the best moments in a green puffer jacket you've ever seen in your entire life? I don't know why. Was I on set all day? Yes, I was. How many lines? 2.
That's going to now become the most viewed episode.
Yes,
Everyone's going to be like, why is this clip from East New York going
be like,
viral?
why am I the only one at the gym doing this, saying this line from East New York?
Have you ever shadowed anyone? Like, obviously, you had to shadow someone at some point.
Oh, everybody. I mean, I had to shadow on... Finding Neverland, I was an OG cast member as well.
Did you shadow anyone that gagged you, or did anyone shadow you that gagged you? Because Megan shadowing me was crazy.
Oh God, no. I mean, I haven't had that experience yet of somebody coming in and replacing that's like a super duper like gag moment. I mean, Neo replaced Tank. I was not there for that.
Oh, was Neo shadowing Tank?
Can you believe? Can you imagine? Can you imagine?
What happened? Then Usher shadows him. Who's next?
Usher, and then it's Michael B. Jordan. Now his next, yes. Yeah, no, it's kind of fun though. I find it fun to have somebody shadow you because you're like, this is the that I do. Mm-hmm. You don't have to do this, but like I find that this is what helps. I mean, when you're playing Elphaba, the craziest part about it is that the person shadowing you is so scared. Because when you have to do Defying Gravity, not only do you have to run off stage left, but then you have to run down an entire set of stairs. So I don't run down the stairs. I slide down them. Okay, I take both of my legs. I'm not doing it right now because that's paid content.
Exactly.
But what happens is I take both my legs, I put them on either side of the stairs, and I woo down the stairs.
Obviously.
Faster, go through the pit, have to come back up the stairs, grab the thing and be like, something has changed within me.
Now, on the one time that a stagehand is walking up the stairs and he's brand new, he's gonna get a mouthful of
Bye,
Vosk.
thanks. Thank you. Voskasi, yes, thanks. As they like to say, like this is how where's this? Like this, that's a word I learned when I did waitress and I sang She Used to Be Mine and somebody posted the best reaction meme, which was she put her whole Voskasi into this.
Her whole Voskasi.
And that's okay. I did.
I also love that. Can I tell you how I became aware of you?
Yeah, sure.
And I want to make sure I'm getting this right. I get stuff wrong on the show all the time.
That's okay. I'll tell you.
When Wicked came out, you released a song.
Did I?
Did you not release this song? Oh, because you did a thing with the silent chorus.
Yes,
that's what I meant.
Yes,
you
I
did. This thing with with the silent chorus.
Yep.
Where you...
I did Defying Gravity.
And can you explain? It's not the sign. I'm getting the name wrong.
Chorus. It's this chorus in Brooklyn, and they reached out Gaia Chorus. I think that's what they're called, Gaia Chorus. And I saw them do something with JoJo, and I love me some JoJo.
She was in Millennium Musical.
She was like she's so great. Oh, leave.
Did I nail that?
You did.
I can hit that one note. Leave.
Me too.
Oh.
Yeah. It's too late. It's the best. So I saw that she did it, and then I saw Leslie Odom did it, and I was like, know I can do this. And so she's a marketing girly. And because I did Wall Street before, I didn't go to theater school. I worked in finance. For those of you
Is
who
that
are
on the paper?
So you might that's something like it might be I might be
It's
giving
not on
you
the paper.
It's not on the paper. Honey, East New York's on the paper, but
No, East New York's not on the paper.
so-
East
so I'll
New York is my obsession.
I'm
My
cannot
own
believe-
obsession that I am obsessed with myself. There's no one from the team. That is just me being obsessed with your one episode.
I will
of
never
East New
forget
York.
this day.
I've
I will never
seen
forget this day.
anything else in the show East New York, by the way.
Me either.
I don't know what this show is about.
Me either. It was not renewed. But no, I did. I went into so like my background is business and finance, right? I did not go to theater school. And so she loves a marketing business. She's a business-minded girly. So I was like, how do I get in touch with this choir? And we wound up doing Defying Gravity, and they're all like, just random citizens who love to sing, and they get the sheet music that day, and they learn all the background vocals, and you come in and you just like sing your tits off for a sec.
awesome.
And that was really really fun.
And so you just this lady at the office who could sing really well?
You know what? I like
Jessica from
I gave it up.
finance?
I gave it up. I was like in my cubicle, and it was like I didn't see any shows. I didn't sing anything. And I kept like rising.
But you could sing and you knew, right?
I did.
Did you like community theater or anything?
I did
growing up?
community theater.
Uh-huh.
I did all the High School Musicals.
What was your starring role? What was
The
Jessica's?
two starring roles that I loved the most was Maria in The Sound of Music and Rosemary in How to Succeed in Business.
That's a great. How to Succeed in Music? How to Succeed in Business? I'm really trying.
It's
is
so
a
good,
banger of a
right?
show. It does not get the Broadway dues it deserves. I believe.
The women are in power in that musical.
Shout out to
which I
Lilius
love.
White who did it and was
Lilius White in anything.
kicking,
In anything.
singing.
She is. Oh, that's why How to Succeed. Watch the performance on the Tonys. Just watch it.
Here's my next question for you.
Also, are you having fun with me?
Oh, a blast.
Okay, just wanted
This
to-
is what I assumed hanging out with you would be. I really want to do a show with you.
So do I. I mean,
And-
I'm very ditto, but also this is actually what it's like to hang out with me.
Yeah, I feel like this would be. I feel like you. I assumed you'd be fun to hang out with. And also, you're a young Gen X, or
I'm 42. I don't know what that means.
so you're a elder millennial. I'm an elder millennial.
Okay, fine.
I'll be 40 this year.
I guess I'll be fine with
Yeah.
it.
So we would have been in high school at the same time. We would have been doing community theater together, and I would have been in the company because I can't sing that well, or I'd be doing the really really comedic role.
Yeah.
And I believe you and I would be having a lot of
It
fun.
would be like we would be the trouble right here in River
Is
City.
there a conversation being had about you going into Death Becomes Her?
There are many conversations being had.
I'm rooting for you.
I will. You know what? Let's see what happens with Beaches. And
Obviously.
this is my first time originating a leading lady role.
Oh,
So this is a big
Tonys.
deal. It's a
Tony
big-
Awards,
honey.
Are you listening?
Yeah. Guess what? She didn't hire an expensive publicist for no reason. Woo!
Give her that spitting disc. What are you gonna do with your Tony?
Oh God.
Oh my God!
please.
Can you do your first Tony acceptance speech here? Can you accept it right now?
Is it bad luck if I do that?
I don't know.
Is that bad luck?
Maybe it is. Maybe it is.
Okay, we're not gonna.
Maybe it is. Maybe it is.
But by the grace of.
Also, if you claim it, then it's bad luck. So can you do your Tony lost speech?
Okay. Yeah.
And then you're claiming that.
Well,
so that won't
just
happen.
say, and the winner is say the winner
I got
from
it.
past season, and I'll give you my reaction
Got it.
in the chair.
And the winner for the Tony Award for Best Leading Lady in a Musical is, once again, for the 15th time in a row, Liza Minnelli.
It's
Lisa Minnelli. It's Lisa Minnelli. But we won't have to see that because you just claimed it, and and you're giving that bad luck. I
yeah,
think.
we're gonna whatever. Yeah, a little evil. Something. I'll do something Italian.
So we do a segment here where I have to ask you a question. Well, my previous guest asked you a
fine.
question.
Okay.
And then you're going to ask our next guest a question.
Okay.
So I have a controversial question from Cody. Do you think Audra McDonald should have won the Tony Award over Nicole Scherzinger?
Yes.
Yeah, and that was very little. No
Look,
time.
I saw both performances.
I saw one.
I thought Nicole did a beautiful job. Sounded great. I totally by the act 2 I understood what we were doing.
Mm-hmm.
But I went to see Gypsy, and it ripped me apart. I mean, what Audra did up there, I don't know. And I'll be in her dressing room. I have her dressing room as CeCe Bloom. Okay, that's where I go today.
Because
The
the Majestic is where Ragtime was.
Majestic was where Phantom was for 35 years.
No, that's right. Majestic was.
So-
that's right. And that's right. Wait, Audra was in
The first show after Phantom was Gypsy.
Gagiana.
And so, it is very Gagasaurus Rex. And Audra, they did this big renovation of the theater because when Phantom left, right, they had a lot to renovate and they took the chandelier down, which is French. And so the performance that she gave, I was completely torn apart.
Okay, I guess I saw Gypsy at the Majestic. I didn't realize I went to the Majestic to see that.
You did.
It was one of the best things I've ever seen on stage.
I know, I agree.
This is beyond Broadway. This is concerts. This is straight plays. This is speeches.
Right.
It was one of the best things I've ever seen.
Yeah,
on
and
stage.
I just as somebody who looks up to Audra, as somebody who knows what Audra has done within her career, both classically and on Broadway, like the doors that she's opened, the ceiling she's broken, like all of that seemed to go into this performance because you're watching a woman on stage like truly have a mental breakdown. And she did, I don't know how she did it 8 times a week. That's what I went at being like, holy. So yeah, I thought she should have won.
What do you want to ask my next guest?
I want to know from your next guest if they believe Jeffrey Epstein is alive.
All right, and we'll be back with. What if my next guest is Oprah?
And I want that.
She's not going to want to answer that question.
That's great. And whoever it is, we want to know whatever side you land on, whether or not you think Epstein, Jeffrey is alive.
All right, now the question I ask all of my guests: what is a hill you are willing to die on today? I'm going to give you mine first. I know I talk about condiments a lot on this show. I'm going to let you guys know right now, I often tell people how much I love ranch. Ranch is my favorite condiment. If it is savory, I will dip it in ranch. Every bite. If it is savory, I will dip it in ranch. I'll do pizza. I don't always have to do pizza, but if every burger, every sandwich, every French fry, every bite. Is my cholesterol high? Yes.
And you're fine.
Am I on medication for it? Yes. Has my doctor warned me against this? Yes. Will I keep doing it? Yes. Yes, I will. Ranch is the king of condiments, and I don't like mayonnaise. And I don't need y'all being like, but mayonnaise is ranch. I know. Yes, ranch is mayonnaise with extra stuff in it. It's the extra stuff.
Dare I ask?
That's like saying, well, if you like gelatin, why won't you just straight up eat a horse hoof? There's other stuff in it. I don't like mayonnaise. I love ranch. Ranch is the king of condiments.
If ketchup were mixed with mayonnaise, would you eat it?
No.
Okay.
Not at all.
Okay.
I don't like mayonnaise. I don't like mustard.
Okay.
But I love ranch, and I will have ketchup.
We Russian
dressing, I'll have it on a burger.
Okay.
Yeah, if it's like spread on thinly.
Okay. I'd love to hear it.
And I'll have pickles, but pickles don't put it on the sandwich. Put it on the side. I will eat them like a side. Because pickles ruin everything. They take over.
Well, they're very strong. We don't need a pickle on the sandwich.
Exactly. They take, and then I've been in a restaurant where they're like, we can just take the pickle off. You certainly won't, because the whole thing is soaked in pickle now.
Oh yeah, we can't have it.
We're just gonna take it off. No, the pickle is still, it lingers. Anyway, sorry, I get very passionate.
No, I love that you do. Look, I'm dying on a different hill, but it's a hill that I will always die on, and that is the fact that I will always outwardly say, dare I say, maybe bully straight men who don't wear socks with a dress shoe.
This is absolutely allowed.
I have a big issue. I know I used to work in finance, so walking through Murray Hill, like,
you get triggered.
I do get triggered. All of a sudden, I see the pants with the horses on them, the Ralph Lauren, the I'm going to the Hamptons for the weekend, let's take the jitney. I can't do a straight man wearing a dress shoe, nay, a sneaker, without a sock.
What if they have the little sock that you can't tell are in there?
Sorry, I'm not into it.
Even if you can't tell there's a sock, even if they're wearing the little fake out sock.
You know what? I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't even like that they have that sock.
I had a hookup the other day, and he came over, and I got to tell you right now, his feet smelled like.
See, do you understand? Do you understand?
The entire apartment was
no,
aromatic.
no.
And I remember thinking to myself, you have to leave it. You have to leave. Like, you got to get out. I don't care if you're hot. You have to get out.
That's like
of
halitosis.
my apartment. It was bad. But then he left, but he left a little scent with him.
Of course he did. And I'm also going to
say. And I had to sleep in it. It was late.
No.
And you know, in New York City, I'm on the 25th floor. The window opens this much.
That's right.
Because they know New Yorkers are depressed and will jump.
Well, because after smelling that, you would jump. I understand it. Here's also what. We don't want to light a match after you leave and have to deal with the scent of a foot. There's nothing worse, and also maybe it comes from the fact that now I'm remembering I'm having a trigger trauma. I made out with a guy in high school, and
to be clear, what she's saying is Jessica was also in high school. Jessica did not just make out with a high school.
Oh, I'm so sorry. This also...
I want to be clear.
Yep.
Jessica was in high school. Jessica's not just making out with a high school. I made out with a guy in high school. That's the clip.
Wait, hold on 1 second. I have to grab a seltzer out of my bag for this. 1 second.
I made out with a guy in high school.
I'm so sorry.
It's a great...
That is, yeah. I mean, that's...
And we were both in high school.
That's like, my co-star the other day was like, bring your best friend's girlfriend's husband to beaches. And I was like, no. And so when I was in high school, I made out with a guy who was also in my class. And... and this is the one thing Bob will remember about me. Not East New York. Now we've moved on. And he kept his shoes on. And I will say it's because his feet smelled so bad.
That's considerate, at least.
It is considerate, but it really it makes you think.
Yeah.
And that's probably why I can't do a guy that even looks sockless.
There was a go-go boy in New York City who was really hot. He's a go-go boy, obviously. And one day he came into my dressing room at the Monster, and I just remember him changing his shoes. Just from the moment of just changing from one shoe to the next, the whole room, guys. And the thing is, I actually don't mind a little bit of human scent, specifically like from the armpit. If you have like a little of your own scent,
it's like a nice. I understand the pheromones,
but the foot. There are guys who are into it. Couldn't be me. Could never be me.
The smell of a foot?
There are guys who are into it.
Into the bad smell of a foot?
Don't you got gay friends?
Of course I do, but we've never discussed.
We are pigs.
I understand it, and I appreciate it, I celebrate it. But when it comes to the foot situation, a smelly foot?
There's some people who really want it. A dirty gym sock.
Get the out of here. I can't even tell you how upset I am about it.
Can you tell people when they can see you in Beaches, the musical,
Hard Left,
alongside Kelly Barrett? I want to respect your time.
Yeah,
alongside Kelly
Barrett. Yes,
Kelly
myself.
Barrett,
Yep.
playing CeCe Bloom at the. Can't tell them where at the Majestic. Tell us where they can see you when they can see you.
Baby dolls, come see me as CeCe Bloom. Try to make a mockery of myself in every way in Beaches the Musical at the Majestic Theater. We open for previews March 27th, and we open where you see me on the red carpet in a dress on April 22nd, and we run through September 6th. So she's a limited run. She's everything I want in the world, and if I get to meet Bette Midler, I don't need to do this anymore. I can die happy.
And can we get one last whoom whoom as we fade away?
Okay. It's been a dream being here today on the Only Child podcast with Bob the Drag Queen, and I would just like to say, whoa, 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 whoa.
Goodbye, everyone.
I was gonna go like, whoa, 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 leave.
Only Child is a Purse First Studios production. Executive produced by Taylor O'Rear and Bob the Drag Queen. Edited by Chris Schwallenberg. Camera operation by Chris Casso. Special thanks to Kennedy Warner, Andy Dilly, Mateo Lane, Nick Smith, and Studio 71.